Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dex and I welcome you back to the Mango Grow for your daily analysis video. It's going to have to be a quick video today, guys. I actually just did a long recording, an in-depth recording, and then what do you know? My mic was not goddamn connected. So frustrating. I half wanted to just not do the recording all over again, but hey, gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you guys, but I have to get to the gym. It's going to be closing for maintenance very soon, so this one's gonna have to be quick and sweet. So what are we talking about over here today? Let's do a quick update on the trade that we've been talking about. So we first took our trade right all the way over here at around 7,280-ish. Seeing the drive, we took our short position at 7,280-ish, seeing the drive down to the 2-day 200 MA, the 3-day 200 MA, and was also the 50% Fibonacci retracement level from our lows to our highs, right? If we do a Fibonacci retracement level, I don't have the time to do it right now, but if you do a Fibonacci retracement from your low of 3,000 to 14,000 high, you're going to see that this right over here, where we based off, was exactly the 50% retracement level, right? So a lot was coming in around over there, showing support, and we took our profits around 6,650-ish, but not all of it, right? Not all of it. We were holding off for the situation if the bulls don't defend it, and we see the next level that I was eyeing, which was around 5,800 to 5,600. I know a lot of people are looking at 6,200, but to me, if we lost this level over here, if we did not see a defense over here, I was eyeing the 5,600 level, man. 5,500 to 5,600 actually. So yeah, fortunately we saw that defense. In fact, we saw the defense happen right during that video when we were talking about this, right? Then what do we do right after? We shorted again at around 7,000, where it was this guy over here, the first retest, right? Around 7,300-ish again, and then this time, however, I took my profits a lot earlier at around 7,050-ish, based off the 12-hour, based off the 6-hour, because the 12-hour and the 6-hour was beginning to show us signs of strength. The 12-hour putting in some strong bullish divergence. Yes, we saw that drive down over here. Again, I did not take off my entire position, right? And I held it this entire time. I did get stopped out earlier this morning. And again, guys, I was telling you, this is someone from the seed program asked me, he PM'd me and asked me, Sean, if you knew that we were seeing the defense, why did you hold on to that position? Why didn't you take your profits? Because one, this move happened while I was asleep in the night and while I was cooking as well. And two, I am willing to lose, guys. I'm willing to, and in this case, I was willing to lose out on some of my profits. I took profits here, I took profits over here, and I'm willing to lose out on some of my profits for the situation that may occur, that we see that big move towards the downside, right? That's part of my strategy. I'm willing to hold on to that trade. I'm willing to give back profits. You may not be willing to do something like that, but this fits my strategy. This fits my personality, and I was managing that position very tight. If you guys do remember, I was playing it off this wick over here, right? My thesis was, if we even wick above this high over here, even we wick above 7,400, we are going to be seeing that next level to the drive up to the next level, which was 7,700, and that's exactly what we saw. Oh, and by the way, I don't want to forget to mention this. Ignoring this in the past has led us to miss out on some great opportunities. The mango vine has turned green, and I'm going to be eyeing the mango vine to give me that full signal. Come on, load trading. Why are you taking your time? Okay, as you can see, it has flipped green over here, so we'll be keeping an eye out on that. Remember, guys, the line has been nailing these calls, but I'm also going to be looking for the 2-hour to flip green as well, to feel that confidence in a longer move. Remember though, for the 1 hour, you can play for the longer moves, and it will start trending on the other time frames as well as it starts flipping. But essentially, this is going to line up with my trade idea as well when it does give me that signal. Remember though, you have to don't basically play your trade based on what you're seeing in the videos, guys. Make sure that you have proper confluence levels. Those of you who are trading purely off the mango wine, make sure that you're watching all the videos that come with the indicator, right? The accompanying videos that comes with the indicator. But yeah, something to keep an eye on, something to not ignore. Remember, guys, even the 4-hour wine is telling us to be a little bit more cautious, and the 4-hour wine is the big one that I'll be looking for. The 4-1 pretty much nailing the bottom over here, giving us an amazing short trade right over here as well. Essentially, these are the ones I look at. The 1 hour time frame that has an amazing success rate, like freaking 90% success rate and big nice moves. The 4 hour as well as the 12 hour. The 12 hour is by far my favorite, gives you the massive trending moves, pretty much calling a move all the way from 10,300-ish, calling so all the way from the consolidation and then letting you stay in the trade pretty much through all of this, and then again giving you a signal right around here around 9,200. So the 12 hour is the next one that I'll be eyeing. Well, the 4 hour as well, right? We'll take it one step at a time. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about, if you guys do remember from the last couple of videos, we essentially said that, hey, if we do clear the 7,400-ish level, then we are likely to make a quick move to around 7,700. Unfortunately, I did not get to go long over here because I was asleep. I also missed the short position over here at 7,700 because this move happened so damn fast. I, however, did take a long over here at around 7,420-ish. But even that, it's not an entire position because I'm holding off. I have 2 more positions I'm looking to get filled at around 7,350-ish and around 7,280-ish. Okay, and I'll talk about that very soon. And I do think I may just get filled on that. Okay, and basically what before I get on to that, I do want to give a shout out to Joshua from the Mango Telegram group. He definitely deserves this one. Big props to him because he did long over here. Okay, he longed over here, and what he was eyeing was the right shoulder of this potential. At the time it was a potential inverted head and shoulders, right? So you have your left shoulder over here, your head, and your right shoulder. Now at the time this was a hunt. You're hunting the right shoulder because you don't know that it's going to be the right shoulder, right? Which is why he deserves props for it. Now the reason this is a really good trade, impressive trade, is because there are 2 ways to play a head and shoulders or a inverted head and shoulders. One is to buy the right shoulder. 2 is to buy the break of the neckline. So your neckline is right over here, right? So essentially the yellow box territory that I've marked is essentially your neckline for this inverted head and shoulders. So the reason those are 2 good ways of playing it is because you know you're wrong very quickly. So for example, if you're hunting the right shoulder, if it goes further down and you've bought over here, I think he bought around 6,850-ish. If it goes further down, he knows he's wrong very quickly, and he gets out of the trade and he takes his loss. And taking a loss is fine, right? Taking a loss is fine, and you wait for the next trade. But he turned out to be right. Okay. If you don't play the right shoulder, the next way to play it is to play the neckline. On the break of the neckline, then you play it and then you wait for the further upside, okay? If it breaks out and then breaks back in, you get out of your trade and you take the loss, okay? Again, all comes down to taking your losses quickly, having your thesis to either direction, being okay with losing, and then taking your loss if it doesn't pan out. Okay, so shout out to him. But here's the thing. He deserves partial shout outs because this is what the kid did, and this is what confuses me about him. He'll take a good trade like this, okay, where he's playing the inverted head and shoulders, but then what does he do? He shorts here, okay, instead of holding out for the break of the inverted head and shoulders, because he has so much leeway to play with. Okay, he has all of this leeway to play with before he's wrong. Okay, so he got a good entry on this inverted head and shoulders. What does he do? He gets out of his position over there and he goes short over here, and then it's not wrong that he went short over there, right? But what's wrong, I don't even want to say it's wrong, what's confusing is that he was sitting in a good trade and he could have held out for the break of it, but he took his profits over here instead and played the short position. If you're not sitting in this position over here and then you play the short position over here, that's fine. Okay, that's fine, because okay, this turned out to be a good short trade, this turned out to be a good short trade, this turned out to be a good short trade, and even this one over here, they were all good trades. Okay, they were all good moves. Now this one over here on the 4th touch, 5th touch, you may want to hold back a little bit, but even then it's fine to keep playing it over and over again. And I know a few pros who would have done it over and over, and if I was awake, maybe I would have done it. I don't think so, because it was looking stronger and stronger, but yeah, that's why he deserves partial props for that. But now let's go ahead and talk about this inverted head and shoulders, right? I hope this video is not going to be too long. I have to leave very soon. We do have a measured move for this target, and let's go ahead and see what it's coming up to. And did I do that right? probably did. Let's go ahead and see again. Yeah, that's pretty much good enough. It's good enough, and it is coming up to around 8,150-ish, 8,200, which is pointing to our next level if we break the 7,700 level. Okay, so provided we close a few 4-hour candles, I'm saying a few because I think this is being played out on the 12-hour time frame. So let's say we close 2 4-hour candles above this range over here. I'd be looking for a quick move to around 8,200-ish. Okay, but we have to take it one step at a time. Let's go on over to the 4-hour. I do have a possible okay, so essentially let's go ahead and put on a mango ribbon, and I do think that I may just get filled on the test of this bottom area of this yellow box right over here. As you can see, the 10 SMA, the 4-hour 21 EMA is coming in and lining up with that as well. When I did place my bids earlier this morning, the 4-hour 21 was sitting somewhere around here at around 7,273-ish. It is coming up now at 7,304, and the next 4-hour candle may come up to 7,350. Okay, lining up at the bottom of this yellow box territory. I am holding out for that. Right now I'm filled on only one position. I'm hoping for Bitcoin to come, tap that over there, get me in my fills, and then move on to the top of this box over here, 7,700, where I'll be taking some of my profits, and I'll be holding off for a potential break to the top side over here to 8,200. Okay, now we have retaken the key zone. In fact, I don't think we actually we never really lost it, right? We closed underneath it, but I would be looking for an open and a close above the key zone. We don't really have that just yet. Okay, so cool. Let's slow down now for a bit. I am looking at a change in structure over here that Bitcoin hasn't done in a very, very long time. Let me go ahead and delete this mess over here. Let's delete that. Boom, boom, and boom. Let's also clear out all of our EMAs. Okay, so what are we looking over here? For the longest time, Bitcoin has been getting rejected on every upthrust of a 4-hour move. Okay, every 4-hour has simply been making a lower high. But what do we have over here now? We have a low, we have a higher low, and we now have a higher high. Similar with the 12-hour, right? We have our low over here, a lower low, a higher low, and now a higher high. Can we put in another higher low somewhere around here, perhaps? I don't know. And then have another high. That would get me very, very, very interested in a possible trending move. But remember, guys, we still have to change the picture on the daily. We even have to change the picture on the weekly. But this is getting very, very interesting. If you guys do remember my video from yesterday, okay, what were we talking about? What was the focus? It was the damn monthly. All right, let's go ahead and switch on over to the monthly. And what are we looking at? We were looking at that monthly 21 EMA and the monthly 10 SMA, and I said the bulls needed to defend this. It was imperative that the bulls defended. We had around 3 days before the monthly close. Now we have only 2 days before the monthly close. Okay, yes, we dipped underneath the monthly 21 EMA, but everyone who tried to front run that, everyone who was getting a little too over eager for their short positions and shorted around here are sitting underwater now, because we haven't closed the month yet, but this does look like the bulls want to defend the monthly 21 EMA. What is even more interesting is that if we get that second condition that I talked about. So remember, we talked about 2 conditions that I am looking for the bulls to do to salvage the long-term situation for Bitcoin. I'm looking for them to defend the monthly 21 EMA. I'm also looking for them to perhaps defend the monthly 10 SMA. If you guys do remember, last month we came in based off that 10 SMA and saw the huge move towards the upside, right? Going over and tapping the key zone. Do we see something like that again? If we can close above the monthly 10 SMA, and I think that is coming in at around exactly 7,700, okay, does have confluence with some of our measured moves, guys. So if we can close above 7,700, close a month above 7,700, then I'd be looking for a test of the Tenkin sitting at 8,501, which, by the way, guys, is a very, very key area, because if you guys, again, a lot of things coming together, a lot of things lining up. We were talking about how the 3-day 200 moving average was a very, very key level, right? Let's go ahead and switch on over to a 3-day, the Ichimoku template. And if you guys do remember, when we took a mega long from around here, added over here, and then added strongly over here, right? Why was it? Because we cleared the 3-day 200 moving average and cleared the top of the cloud as well, right? Now look at that. We are basing off the 3-day 200 moving average, which is where we are finding support. However, we have a lot of resistance overhead, right? A huge cluster of resistance over here. The 3-day 21, the 3-day Tenkin, and the 3-day 10 SMA coming in all around at the 8,450 level. Now, here's the thing, the 3-day is also closing on the month end, guys. The 3-day and the monthly are closing at the same day. If we close the monthly over that Tenkin that we discussed right over there at around 8,500, let's go ahead and put our horizontal right there. Oh, this chart is really messy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hide that for now. But right there, okay, this is, remember the number, 8,500-ish, 8,550-ish. If we close the monthly above the Tenkin, what does that match up to on the 3-day? Let's go ahead and look at that. Coming up right over our EMA cluster, because our EMA cluster right here, the Tenkin, the 10 SMA, as well as the it's not fair to call it the EMA cluster, let's call it the mango cluster, because using the Tenkin, the 10 simple moving average, and the 21 EMA, if we clear above if we clear above the monthly Tenkin, it's going to clear over all our 3-day levels, and then I'm going to be really interested in some longer term moves. Until then, I'm going to be very patient. Remember, guys, the weekly is also a key area that we're looking at. The weekly green 55 coming in around 7,900, I do believe. Let's go ahead and look at that. Remember, that's where I based my long off, where I was clearly wrong, because we freaking drove right through it. And if we can retake that, that would be very interesting. And all of that is confluencing, right? Because if we close over the monthly, we're going to have a chance to close over the green 55 and retake that as well. That being said, I still want to see a higher low being placed on the weekly, and then a higher high to change the weekly structure that has been very ugly for the longest time. We are playing this falling wedge on the weekly, right? Let's go ahead and look at our horizontals right here. Look at this orange dotted trend line, guys. Look at it. And this is, by the way, what I was talking about in the previous video that I recorded just now. You can see this yellow squiggly that I missed out, that I basically had to discard because my audio was not recording. Is my audio recording right now? Okay, thank God. Holy crap. So yeah, we could do something like this. We could go all the way, test the 8,450-ish level, 8,550-ish level, get our rejection, put in another low over here, and then keep going, right? And where did I get this target from? Where did I get that? I had done some deep analysis over here, and I had come up with this. Anyways, I'm forgetting. I'll pull up that video and try and remember, but I'm not gonna have the audio though. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what I'm looking at on the lower time frames now, guys. The 4 hour, before I wrap up this video, I am looking for the 4 hour to perhaps come and test the bottom of this yellow box territory. If it does, I'm going to get filled on all of my positions. If it breaks this yellow box territory, I'm going to be wrong on that. Remember, I'm only playing this mini range over here before I take some profits over here. And if we break this, I'll be looking for this level over here, okay? However, if we close a 4 hour or a 12 hour underneath this, I'm going to be wrong on that idea, and I'm going to be targeting a move back to the bottom of the range at around 7,000-ish, perhaps even all the way down over here for 6,600-ish, okay? But for now, I am looking for a move towards the upside. If we start putting in higher lows on the 4 hour, I may raise my bids and hunt for a position around 7,450-ish, 7,550. For now, I'm looking for around 7,300-ish on average. So let's go ahead and see how that plays out. The 12 hour is looking really good. We are seeing that bullish divergence that we were talking about in our past few videos be played out. We have so what were we talking about in yesterday's video? We were talking about how the 12 hour stochastics has crossed to the upside. We have our kiss of death, and we also have the 12 hours basically moving very aggressively now. But what we were looking for mainly was confirmation of the daily confirming above the 20 zone, right? We are seeing that as well. So going back on over to a 12 hour now, we are looking at even the bullish divergence over here between this point, and this point, putting in higher lows. But on price action, we were putting lower lows, right? This point and this point over here. Now we're seeing the bullish divergence being played out, perhaps, okay? Testing the 21 EMA. What else were we talking about on the 12 hour, right? This was where I missed that short opportunity because I was asleep. We were talking about how every 12 hour was getting sold into, was getting faded. 1 sold into, 2 sold into, and every one had another leg down. Until recently, we were seeing different price action. We were seeing something a little bit different, right? We were looking at, particularly, let's turn off our horizontals, the EMA template, okay? We're looking at the teal EMA as well as the orange EMA. Every test of the teal EMA was getting rejected and sold into. Until recently, things started looking differently. As soon as we cleared the teal 21 the teal EMA over here, we went and tested the orange EMA over here on the mango ribbon, and that was the short opportunity that I did miss. But hey, it does look like Bitcoin does want to give another retest over there to 7,647. I have got filled on one of my positions long. If you do get that retest, I will be taking some of my profits. It won't be much because I've not got filled on my entire position, but that's essentially what I am looking at. I know I've been speaking very fast on this video, guys, but hey, I had to this is actually how I normally speak. I'm looking to get filled right over here for the rest of my position in this EMA cluster over here, this mango cluster over here. If you do get that, it's not gonna make Bitcoin look bad, but it is going to have a long opportunity for another test towards this region over here. So that's why I'm looking for that. However, one step at a time. If we clear 7,680, the next level is 8,150-ish, 8,000 to 8,150-ish. After that, we're looking at this level here, 8,500-ish to 8,450-ish. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I will try and do another video when I get back from the gym for ChainLink, but I can't make any promises. This was actually my time slot for doing the ChainLink video, guys. So until then, throw a like, throw it a subscribe. Yeah, please hit that subscribe button, guys, especially for those of you who have been watching lurking without subscribing, because I will be able to post more video updates, those story updates that YouTube does offer. If I hit the 10,000 subscriber mark, YouTube won't allow me to do it until I do. So yeah, I'm subscriber poor, and you guys can help me out with that. Until then, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Ciao.